All right, welcome to our first mini tutorial. This one will begin in the ArcMAP environment, and we're going to begin with the editing tools, and we're going to walk through these steps. Now, before you get any further, make sure that you've downloaded the editing folder from our D12 site and extracted that into your storage device, whether it's your desktop or what have you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our map set up. So again, in ArcMAP, we're going to go to File, and in this case, we're going to go to Map Document Properties. And what I want to do is I want to set the geodatabase in that editing folder as my default. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to make sure that I have relative paths stored. I'm going to click Apply. And OK. It'll take a minute. And here we are. Now, what I'd like you to do next is I'd like you to add some of the data. So we're going to go to that folder. And I'd like you to add everything except the points. Don't add the points here. So we're going to start with PA counties, PA, hospitals, aquifers, states, and rivers. Again, leave that point. We're going to use that in a minute. That's an empty file. So click Add to that, and you'll see all of our information. Now, the next thing, though, that I'd like you to do is we're going to start by getting our editing window correct. So we've got a whole bunch of data here, and if you don't see the editor toolbar up here, you're going to have to add that. Some of you may already have it on, and that's great. If you don't, the way to add a toolbar is we're going to go to Customize, Toolbars, and we're going to go down to Editor. Okay, we're going to go down to Editor and click that on, and now you'll notice that here's the toolbar. Now mine happens to be docked, but for right now I'm going to kind of pull that out of the way so that you can kind of see it. I'm going to float it right here. Now, the next thing that we would do in a normal editing session, so for example, we're going to start with very basic editing, and we're going to go through each of the different types. And so, for example, let's say I just wanted to edit points. I'm going to add some points. I'm going to start with a point file that I already have, and I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to select Edit, Start Editing. Now, the reason I do that is that once I begin that editing process, it's going to say one or more layers with warnings, and that means that it's spatial reference in this case. In general, when you're editing, it'd be great if they were all in the same coordinate system. Sometimes it doesn't work that way, and that's okay. We'll simply click OK. Now, once we're here, the next thing that I want you to do is under Editor, I want you to go to the editing window, and for the most part, we're going to use the Create Features window. Okay, and so I'm going to click on that, and you'll notice that now I have a secondary kind of window set here, and what it does is it lists all of the layers that are available for editing. So now if I click on hospitals, you'll notice that some construction tools appear here and that some of the tools over here become highlighted. So that's it. That's getting yourself set. This is the window, the toolbar, and I started it by right-clicking on a tool or on a feature class and going to Edit Features. Now, I'm not going to edit anything right now, so what I'd like to do, I'm going to go back to my editor and I'm going to stop editing. Once I stop editing, you'll notice that this screen empties. All right, when I come back, we're going to go through some very basic editing techniques. First for points, then for lines, then for polygons. We'll see you next time.